Welcome in, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good Christmas Eve. We're going to do another unboxing today. Yesterday we did the Sammy Uso and I can't remember. Oh, we did Gunther. So we're going to do another one today. And this one's going to be a little bit more in depth what yesterday was because I actually have some comparisons to do. So we're going to do the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Shawn Michaels. This is his WrestleMania 12 attire. So it's a pretty cool figure. It's kind of him coming in on the zip line. Really cool packaging that we got here. So we'll do some comparisons because I have the original. This is the Jakks Pacific Pro Figures exclusive. This thing is a grail piece to a lot of people. I know for co-host Teddy Mongoose of the channel, this is his grail figure, and this was a really hard one to find. So we'll do some comparisons with this one. I also have the Heartbreak Hotel ringside exclusive Shawn from Mattel. This is an Elite from a few years back, and we'll also have a real good comparison with the Shawn Michaels Ultimate Edition. This is the Screwjob attire, so we got this here, and we'll do some comparisons. So this is a really cool figure because it comes with special packaging. It's much larger than what your standard Mattel Ultimates are. So yeah, we'll get you a look at the back here. Just Ultimate Edition on the sides. Got a glamour shot and nothing special on the top, but this figure in box looks amazing. So I already cut the tape. We'll pull them out here. What's kind of cool is that this is just a cover box. There's no plastic. The blister is actually a part of the actual package. So this is close to your standard Ultimate Edition packaging. It is much thicker, and that's because all of the accessories that they would normally put here in the big blister, they're behind. So we'll do a little look through here. This has got the Shawn on the side, just your normal stuff on the bottoms, and then Shawn Michaels across the side. So we'll crack this bad boy open here. And the special sayings, we got the boyhood dream has come true. And we got the Heartbreak Kid on top. So looks pretty good. So we'll get him out here. Pull him out first. We'll get these accessories out. So it does come with the backdrop. So the backdrop is just your standard backdrop that you would probably most likely get with a Ultimate Edition. And then does come with these accessories, which this is a really cool accessory pack that they put it behind everything, so it's not like clogging up the blister. So he does come with extra sets of hands, so he can do the suck it, which he wouldn't have done here. This is, I think this is WrestleMania 12, so this would have been like 94, 95. So this was a bit long before DX was ever a thing. So it does come with the extra arms, so that way you can pop off, because those the entrance gear is molded. But we'll run through all that here once we get them out. So we'll set all the accessories down. It does come with this hair piece, which is cool because it can make it look like he's flying through the air, which is pretty cool since that's what he did at that WrestleMania 12 entrance. Gotta get this head out here. Not make it easy. So it does hook into that head there, and another head. Looks like we got another C grip, a Fist of Fury as well, which we'll keep the Fist of Fury on there just because we don't like the C grips. No reason to have the C grips on. And this is really cool. So we'll get this out here. This is taped in. The zip line. This is a figure that's really hard. It's kind of hard for me to unbox. I just don't have a place for it. It's I don't have a place to leave it mint in box. So it's gonna be breathing, and it's gonna be up here on the shelf. Got an empty spot there for it already. Really cool that they added the zip line in, and they have the rectangles already inset there, so if you want to customize it and put those old WWF logos on there, you can. So let's see, I don't think Shawn is tied down at all, which is nice. Yesterday had a problem with that. Try to get him out here. Oh, heels are tied down. They got me on the heels. Him out. See if he can let go of this zip line, my word. Okay, so we'll run through the zip line first because it's really cool. It looks exactly like the zip line did at WrestleMania 12. It looks really cool. This is a really cool, very, very, very cool little piece to have. The cable, this like rope here just slides right through. There's nothing really holding it in. I know a lot of people that you've seen online, like they kind of like tie it up on their shelves so that he can like hang like he's zip lining in, which is really cool. I don't really have a setup like that, but we'll run down the figure here. So one thing I really do love that Mattel does with these Ultimates is that when you have entrance gear, it's not destroyed. The entrance gear doesn't get destroyed by having like big old baggy arms. So these are molded, and you can see the level of detail in this, which is just insane. This vest there is so much detail in this thing. It looks so good. Not pinless. The arms usually with the entrance gear aren't pinless, but the figure itself will be. So I mean, this looks amazing. This does have the detachable hair piece. So there are two different hair pieces. You can do this one where it's like he's flying through the air, which is kind of cool. They've done that with, I have the Edge back there. They've done that with the Edge. This Ultimate Roman, he has the hair, but his hair is fixed on it, so it's flying through the air, which is really cool. So we'll put this one back in. And cool. So the pants, they're not molded. They are they're printed on. So this is like a pleather material. I have heard some bad things. People are always complaining. No one's ever happy anymore. People were complaining about the pants. We'll get to the pants in a second. So we'll pop this head off so that you can get the arms and that vest off. And we'll put the other set of arms on here so it'll be like he's actually in the match. These are super easy to pop in and out. Not hard at all. Takes literally seconds. Like if this was back in the day, I mean, you were kind of stuck with what you got with the figures. So we'll pop these fists on here. And then I got to figure out how to, this should just slide right up. So if you take the arms off, which the arms are super easy, you can just shimmy this up. I'm trying to get this back piece over that spot. There you go. Just gently working it around. There we go. All right, so that's off. And then they just Velcro. The pants just Velcro, and they usually just slide right off. They're super easy. Now on that Pro Figures one that I have here, that took me forever to get those pants on. So I will not be taking the pants off that one because it literally took me forever. And once I got them on, I literally thought I was gonna rip them. So I'm not gonna take that off, but we'll just keep shimmying. Got it hooked on got it hooked on his foot somehow here. Doesn't want to come off as cleanly as it should. There we go. All right. So one thing about these new Ultimates is that they have those drop down hips. I don't know why people, if you're doing poses and everything, you can like get real, just more added articulation. I don't really care about that. So we'll just pop the arms back in. They're super easy to pop in. All right, there we go. Arms are in. He does come with the butterfly joints that we talked about yesterday and the abdomen articulation. And we'll put this is like the head of him, like whenever they are presenting the title to him after he beat Brett. So he's like it's not quite the crying face, but it is him like getting ready to hold that belt. So it is pretty cool. So we'll just get down to the most controversial part of this figure, which is the butt here on the heartbreak. So the heart, that's not the same font that is on the other figures. It's not the typical heartbreak. So on this ultimate, the other ultimate, that's what the font should be, and it looks like it's just, you can't really, it's in the, yeah, it's in the B and the T. It's just not quite as, it's not the same. It's just ever so slightly different. So I don't really care because I'm gonna keep the chaps on them, but I know that a lot of people that I've seen as they've unboxed them, they were like, dude, like, how did they not have this right? It's literally one of the biggest matches of all time and one of the easiest things. Like, you've done it on other figures, why don't you do it on this one? So I mean, I get it, but it's not a deal breaker for me. So but yeah, I mean, super awesome figure. I think I'm gonna keep the entrance attire on him here. So we'll put him back together. That way we can do the comparison. The other head that comes with this, so here's the one head. It's just more like a smiling Shawn. Now, I had some focusing issues yesterday, but it's more or less just a smiling Shawn, and then the other one is like him yelling. So we'll keep the yelling one on. This is the one that it came on the figure with, so we'll put that one back on. Not going to pose him holding the title. So that was one thing that a lot of people were upset about too, is that it didn't come with the title. That's not really a deal breaker for me either. I got 100 of these winged eagles, so that's not an end all be all for me. So trying to get this thing back on, very delicate. I just realized how delicate this kind of was to get off. So we'll slide this chest piece back on. I know whenever I watched Major Wrestling Figure Podcast, shout out to Cardona and the boys, they always do really good stuff like this. He thought that this was a little bit more delicate than it needed to be, which I agree after seeing, so, and handling myself. Pop this on here. So definitely don't do it with the head on. Take the head off and then put your arms in last. So they just pop in so easily. Put the little snap on the back. We're going to put the entrance gear back on because I'll do the comparison of the pro figures and the other ones because they'll all have their entrance gear on as well. So all right. Looking good, looking good. See if the pants were as easy to get back on. What I like to do when I put the pants on, I'd like to tuck the heels, tuck the feet, and should just slide right up. I know some of these figures, when you get them, it's like, holy cow, you don't want to touch the attire because you never know if you're going to be able to get it back on or not. So, wow, that's actually much easier than I thought it was going to be. So, thank you, Mattel, for making it easier now. All right, so we got the gear back on. I don't know what just fell. Oh, his hair fell out. His hair did actually fall out in real life. Sorry, Shawn. We all hit that age where the old hairline's gotta go. All right, so there we go. We'll put the fist. Where's the fist? Give me a fist. And pop this back on. So there are the only differences that I can really see with the Pro Figures exclusive, which I don't have. Now they've done this attire so many times. Like there's an entrance grate. That was one of the original entrance grates. That was a basic, and it's just not. We all know about how the basics are. The basics are just those are the legitimate kids' toys that Mattel puts out. But they have done it in an Elite, but it was an Elite WrestleMania. I think it was for WrestleMania 33. They didn't give you the entrance gear. So this is truly the first time we've gotten this entrance gear like this. So if we're looking at pure differences, I'll take this title belt off of him. These Jakks ones are so easy to slide the belt off of, although I'm making it look hard right now. Of course, I say that, and it's going to be hard to get it off. That's what happens when you go live, pal. Sometimes you call it in the ring, it doesn't go as planned. There we go. So here's the main differences between the figures, this being the Ultimate Edition and this being the Pro Figures. So it's all cloth, and it's all, this is all painted on there, screen printed on there. Really not a lot. There's literally just the deco on the knees. This has like the actual chaps deco. So, and this is all like a nylon cloth material, polyester maybe. But then you get the Shawn. He's got they do come with the same ponytails. It's really hard to beat that. This is a really good scan. Jakks did scans so well. But yeah, he's the other thing, since this is a Pro Figure, so this is a Jakks, and this would be a Deluxe Classic. The scale is just like this Shawn, is much bigger in a collection. Like when you put them together, like he's taller than Roman. So it's a little strange. The Jakks ones, the Deluxes, and even the Ruthless Aggression ones. Like there was a Ric Flair Jakks, and that's a Randy Orton Deluxe Aggression, Deluxe Classic, same thing. So this Randy is as big as a Batista Ultimate. So the scale is a little off. These Jakks are just a smidge bigger, and like even with like the Rey Mysterios, like this if you got a Deluxe or a Ruthless Aggression Classic, they are the Rey Mysterios are the same size as this Shawn. So there's no scaling. There's no scale variation, which is a little disappointing because they do have really good. The Jakks did such a good job back in the day with scans and everything. It's hard to beat a scan from them. So if we want to do another comparison for a Shawn at that time, this was a little bit after. So this was a Shawn Michaels. This is a ringside exclusive. This was the around the Heartbreak Hotel that they did, where you could do the build a Heartbreak Hotel in that set. So here's that Shawn. Comes with I put that Intercontinental belt on myself. It does not come with that belt, but has that deco on the back. I'm too sexy for this crowd, I believe. Oh man, it's literally slipping my mind. What is this? SummerSlam '92, I think. So a couple years difference between the two. So it's crazy to see like where the Heartbreak Kid started to like where he was at the launch point of winning the belt from Bret at WrestleMania 12. So there's that comparison. And then if we'll do a direct comparison with Ultimate Editions, he does fit on the ringside collectible stand. You got to keep them on the stand or they'll fall over every time. Never fails. So here's a direct comparison with the Shawn from, this is the Screwjob Shawn. So this vest deco still, I mean, it's not the same deco, but same style here. Literally the same style pants. They actually did the deco down the back here too. So equally as great together, where you can see like where Shawn was to where he went to. So really, really cool to have both in the collection. I think a little bit of a head scan update here. So here basically is about the same head that you would get on both of them. So they did a little bit of an update here. the hair piece, the backing is different. So it's more like the pulled back man bun dangle that he did later on in his career, whenever he was in DX. So really, really cool figure. I couldn't be any more excited to have this Shawn in the collection. I mean, this is a timeless look by Shawn. It kind of sucks because of the way that it's just so well done in the package, and having this zip line. So what I was talking about earlier with the indentations, I don't know if you can see it here. Yeah, you can kind of see them right here, these indentations. So I've seen where customizers on like Instagram and stuff, like they do the water slide decals, which are super easy to do. You can get them, and believe I got mine from Steel Cage Customs. Maybe not him, might have been. It doesn't mean you can all you have to do is just look for water slide decals. A ton of people online do them, but they put the WWF logo, the old style WWF logo that was on that whenever he was coming down, ziplining down to the ring to face Brett. So I do have an Ultimate Brett, very close to the same, because he did wear all black. So I mean, in that match, so you know, kind of a dueling Brett here. He can go with your Monday Night Wars whenever he was, you know, mess around with DX, to even with this Shawn here. So interchangeable Brett and Shawn even. So how about that? Look at that. Interchangeable. But yeah, so that is another figure unboxing. We got an NWO one coming up. I believe that might be Thursday or Friday, most likely Friday, that we'll probably go live. We'll unbox the Outsiders and Eric Bischoff. So both Diesel and Big Kev, a lot of comparisons that will be done here with that one. I mean, this is a huge comparison because this is a Ruthless Aggression with, you know, very limited technology. Then you get an Ultimate Edition. So there'll be a lot of comparisons that'll be done on that one that I'm excited for. Make sure that we also have coming up Friday on the main channel, we got part 4 of the Bloodline Rewind. It is the WWE Chronicle with the Clash of Champions 2020. So it literally is the behind the scenes that follows Jey Uso around with his lead up to face Roman Reigns at Clash of Champions. So I'm super, that is such a good episode. And then we're off the races with Hell in a Cell 2020. So there's so much that is happening here with the Bloodline storyline. Can't wait to get to it. So make sure that you subscribe and you hit the bell notification so you know when we go live or when we drop. There's a ton of shorts that are going out right now too that are supplementing what happened in episode 3. So we'll have plenty more of those. But yeah, so be sure to subscribe. If you let me know what you did with your Shawn, if you got this Shawn, if you're thinking about picking it up, I think that it is, if you are a collector, I think it's a must get. I mean, it's hard not to have this. I mean, especially since it's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. I believe that you're going to have to go second hand on these because they did just sell out. I saw that last week. They're completely sold out on Mattel Creations. So you're not going to be able to get this from them anymore. And you have to go second hand. Edward Bay or Macari are your best bets. So, but yep, he's going to go right here beside. He's going to go right here with the Click with 1, 2, 3 Kid, Razor, and Diesel. So that's where he's going to live here in the collection. And yeah, so let me know in the comments what you did with yours. And be sure to tune in whenever we have episode 4 coming up on this Friday on Call It in the Ring. And we'll see you next time.